All right, so it's early on a Saturday morning. I'm at the park with my dog. I'm in the middle of a Saturday morning weekly run. And as always, I'm looking for cars. Normally you don't see cool cars at the park, but I see something right there. I don't know if I can focus in on that. Let's go check that out. Let's run on over there and check that out. All right, so my dog's getting a good run. I'm getting a good run. And as always, I'm on the lookout for cool cars. I don't even know what to say about this. A lot of these old American cars, you would think I'd know exactly what they are. I'm gonna say this is an Oldsmobile Delta 88 on big wheels, jacked up in the sky. It is amazing what you see in my neighborhood running around, still on the street. This car is actually parked illegally, and it looks like it's been there all night. Maybe it broke down. It says F85. I think that's the trim level. But I think that's a Delta 88. I don't know. It's a big old Oldsmobile, that's for sure, with big old wheels on it, and a lot of scratches. But it sure is pretty cool. It's not something you see every day. Let's continue this theme. Let's keep running, rolling, exercising the dog, see how many other cool cars we can find. I did a video like this about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago now, and people really liked it. It's amazing how many classic cars are on the streets of Portland. Let me say that again. It is amazing. I even find it amazing, and I live here. Okay, we're on our morning run. We're not even a block away from the last car we saw, and I think I see some cool stuff up here. I'm gonna have to slow down and take a picture. All right, I gotta slow down to catch my breath a little bit so I'm not breathing heavy. But we got a mid-80s Caprice Classic, an F100 that's seen a little better days, but still pretty cool and classic. And then up here we got a Galaxy. I think this guy collects classic cars. It says 390 on the hood emblem there. Some custom wheels, missing some trim. Is that a 4-speed car? Oh, what? No, it's not a 4-speed, it's just a column or a center console shift. Kind of just left out here in the elements. It's too bad. And then there's a Monte Carlo. Looks like an 84 Monte Carlo. Oh, no, 70s, I'm sorry. Me and my classic cars, I can't get them straight. That 04 Galaxy is pretty cool. All right, let's move on. That was only within a block to see what else we can find. Amazing what you'll see. These ones are not in the greatest shape, but maybe the next ones will be. I found that running on Saturday mornings is not only good for my body, but you can find a Fox body Mustang right there. Look at that. Let's keep running. Find some more cars. Stop and get a drink out of a mud puddle, and right by the mud puddle we found an Aztek. When was the last time you seen one of those? Those things were ugly new. They still are. There's one running around. It's got a flat tire. Sometimes you got to run on unincorporated streets to get the good cars. Fella doesn't mind. He goes right through the puddles. I'm getting old. Okay, we chased a few squirrels and we ran a couple blocks, and I'm a little out of breath, so I'm sorry. But this is a cool old power wagon. This old Dodge. When do you see one of those? Still, hang on. That is so cool. It's called a town panel with a roof rack, cracked glass, and great patina, a little bit of rust. That's amazing. I don't think I've ever seen one of those before. Pretty cool car. It's got special license plates, specially dented. That's a find. Let's move on to the next car. All right, it's been a few blocks, and I have to say we're struggling to find any classic cars. We turned down, oh look, right there, in somebody's alley. Now I'm pretty respectful of people's personal property, so if it's a driveway car, I'm not going to go in the driveway. But if it's on the street, it's fair game. I can walk around it and talk about it a little bit. So this is an old Ford, dual exhaust, chrome wheels. Looks like mid-70s, probably 75, 76 maybe. Trailer special, two-tone. Very classy truck. All right, let's see if we can end this dry spell and keep on running and find something else. I promised you guys we'd see some cool classic cars, and I don't aim to disappoint. All right, we got a chance to catch our breath here. I think I found something you guys are going to really like. It's parked on the other side of the street. Look at that. It's an old flat-sided Chevelle. It's been there a long time. It's a two-door. It's painted midnight blue. It's got like wire rims with white lettered tires. It says Malibu. That's probably the trim. Dual exhaust. The front is light, so it probably has no engine. That's been there a long time. Look at the amount of debris, organic debris around this thing. It's really faded on this side. Wow. You just don't see that. It's got a lock on the steering wheel. It's an automatic. I think that's a 67. I have to look at the front. I don't think it's a 65. It could be a 66. It's tagged. Has the old Oregon plates on it. Where do you see something like that? Look at the moss growing on that. That is shocking to have that sitting out just rotting. I shouldn't say it's rotting, but it's not being kept very well. That's amazing. Let's walk this way. Get another look at it before we go. An old Chevelle. I bet you that guy's been hit up so many times for wanting to sell it. This side is shiny, the other side is dull. That's amazing. That's a pretty good find. You never see that anywhere. Even in Portland, that's pretty rare. Amazing. Truly amazing. You know, that's one thing about running on a Saturday morning when it's quiet. If you're out driving a car, you'd probably pass right by that. You'd never notice it, or at least I wouldn't. When you're out running or walking, your pace is slower and you can absorb things like this. Look down alleyways, look down streets, see things that you wouldn't normally catch if you were driving by in a car. Amazing. Okay, here's something for the Italian guys in the crowd. It's an Alfa Romeo, not too far from the Chevelle we just passed. Oh, it's got halo lights, LED lights, and somebody must drive this thing. It's pretty mossy. It's a little convertible Spider for our Italian folks out there. Pretty neat, bright yellow thing. 5-speed coming out of the dash. I don't know if it's a Giuliana. They have a special name for that. Dual exhaust. Ooh, bit of a rumple quarter. Really neat. All right, let's see what other cars we can find. Stella is pulling me away. Let's go. Let's run. All right, we just ran across something else you don't see every day. A little 77 Toyota Hilux with dual wheels on the back. Stella has just wrapped around my legs. I got to get undone here. Okay, we're back. A Toyota Hilux camper with no camper, but dual wheels. Somebody's done a lot of work. Those are brand new tires, brand new springs, brand new drive line. The cab has been cut off. And then behind it is a Toyota Tercel all-wheel drive jacked up with BMW wheels. That's pretty cool. Where are you going to see one of those? Hardly ever. I think somebody's doing a camper conversion. That's really neat. Montana plates. It says fan club on there. Trailer made. Toyota Hilux with dual wheels and short. Neato. You don't see that every day. It's driving me crazy. She smelled some squirrels. And I'm smelling old classic cars. There's a Riviera. That's like a 67 maybe. It's got Oregon plates on it that are the specialty plates. And it's jacked up in the front. Probably somebody doing some work on it. That's a pretty cool car. Let's walk up on that. I love those things. They're huge. Really neat. Not a boat tail. Somebody's got a flat black paint job. I love that rear end. Riviera. That's super cool. Parked here right on the street. It's in good shape. It's not rusty. That's awesome. Amazing. We just keep finding these things. Okay, we found something cool, but it's in somebody's yard. I don't want to go up in there. That's an old Buick, I think. Look at the taillights. That's really cool. It's super old. Can't tell. It's a huge old car. Oh, it's an 88. It's an Oldsmobile 88. I can see the emblem there on the trunk. I'm not going to go up in the yard or knock on the door. That's just right in my neighborhood. All right, so we got something for our Swedish fans. It's a beautiful Volvo 240. wagon with wide wheels. That's gorgeous. Fender's kind of mismatched. It's got a stance to it. That's a really nice one. Oh, 245D. Diesel? That's a diesel? No. Oh, DL. Voltec. Somebody loves that car. It's not diesel. It says turbo, though. That's awesome. When's the last time you've seen one of those? Awesome. Stella is like, I can't be bothered with looking at another car, Dad. I just want squirrels. We found something. An old Ranchero. Like probably 79, 78. Used to have stripes on the hood there. Or stripes along the side, the bodyline stripes. It's got a club on it. Good for them. Really cool old Ford Ranchero. You just don't see those anymore. It's got a dealer plate. Come on, Stella. Dragging my dog. She doesn't want to look at this car at all. That's awesome. You just don't see those anymore. It's got the Torino front end, but the back of a truck. Let's go see how many other cars we can find. I love that GT grill emblem right there. It says GT Ranchero. Okay, Stella's finally starting to tire out. I'm getting tired out. We've hit the 5-mile mark, but I just spotted something really cool. We're walking up on it now. What's funny is I ran around this neighborhood before, and that van that's parked behind it, I couldn't see it. It's some type of old 50s Plymouth Wagon. How could I not miss that? It wasn't until I came up on it this way. And that brings me to my point. If you're driving a car in the neighborhood, you'll never see something like that. Look at that, special deluxe, Oregon made. It's got a rack on top. It's kind of sitting in a big puddle. Tags are expired. Let's go around this tree. That is beautiful. Stella's got to get a drink of water. We'll look at the Plymouth while she's drinking. Where do you see an old, probably 52, 51 Plymouth? Pretty early. ADX Portland. Side's got hubcaps. ADX is a, it's like a trade school for kids. 2011. That is really neat. Love those squared off taillights. Look at the back. That is awesome. What a find. We found some good cars today. It's amazing what you see if you're looking for it and you just kind of slow down. Totally amazing. Beautiful interior. Look at that. Cool gauges. It hasn't been running a while. The gauges are all fogged up. I love that radio dash. The glass is good. Super deluxe. That's so neat. Huh. You know, as my neighborhood gentrifies, this type of stuff is going away. As older people can't afford to live here. It's too bad, but that's really neat. We'll walk by it. This way. It's missing a hubcap. It's got a little rust on the roof. That's beautiful. Well, I don't know if we'll top that. We may not find any more. Let's keep looking though. Oh, Stella. This car is not a standout. I had to look twice. That's a Peugeot 505 1.9i. When do you see those? You never see those things, ever. Oh, it's a 405. I thought it was a 505, excuse me. Wow. And there's another one in the driveway. It's just a sedan. You would never think much of it. But that's a super rare French car. It's got a dealer plate on it. And there's another one, a wagon, a 505, in the driveway. Huh. Let's take a guess at what that is. It's boxy, it's old. I actually don't know. I think it's an old Volvo. We may never know though. It actually covered it up, but it's on the street and it's probably really cool. There's an old Monte Carlo SS. You don't see those anymore. Man, those are long gone. Rear wheel drive, usually V8, 305. Brings back some memories. It's pretty faded. SS. What a big old car. Pretty neat though. It's just not something you ever see anymore. Monte Carlo SS with the 4 headlights. Yep. Huh. Toyota Paseo. No way. You never see those anymore. They're all gone. Crazy. I think we might be winding down for the day, but here's a cool old tough truck with turbine matched orange wheels to its orange body, which is a little beat up. It's F-150 Ranger. That's really cool. I love those trucks. If it was a manual transmission, I'd be all over that. I don't even want to look though. I got a Range Rover, old one, and then in the driveway, a really old Range Rover, Land Rover. Pretty cool. Okay, we're finally at the park. Stella is going to be off leash. Go get him, girl. You know, it's pretty amazing. I don't know if it's just coincidence where I live. It's beautiful. It's really cool neighborhoods, and there's lots of classic cars everywhere, and I get to walk my dog and narrate for you guys on finding cool classic cars. They're just parked on the street, just wanting to be looked at. Sometimes I feel like a stalker, kind of like Stella is stalking a squirrel right now. She's gonna bolt off. Nobody's come out and yelled or pointed guns in my face or anything and said I can't do it. So I hope you guys enjoy, and we'll catch you on the next one. I think that's enough for today. We saw some really cool cars. I think the top ones were that last 50s wagon, the ADX wagon, the Plymouth, and possibly that Dodge Power Wagon, the something panel, tour panel, something like that. We'll keep looking. Stella's gonna keep hunting for squirrels. Let's go. Go get them. We'll catch you next time. Thanks for supporting me and my channel. We'll see you later.